TV News. My name is Elizabeth Apati. Here are the headlines.
Sowore
Sowore
claims
claims
that
that
late
late
Ondo
caused by
Governor
foul play.
Akeredolu's death was
Court
caused by
stops the
foul
debt.
play.
Court stops the debt. Court stops the Delta community's election to prevent a breakdown of peace. FG closes a portion of the 12 million bridge for maintenance January 9. Tinubu approves assistance and relief for victims of the Plateau atrocities. Now the news in details. The African Action Congress AAC presidential candidate Omoyele Sowore asserted that there might have been a foul play involved in the early death of the late Rotimi Akeredolu, the governor of Ondo State. Sowore especially blamed Akeredolu's wife and family members in a recent interview on News Central TV, saying they were involved in the governor's passing. He went on to say the attempt were made to take advantage of Akeredolu's failing health for one's own benefit. He also asserted that Akeredolu's wife, brothers, and other family members planned his uninvited return to Nigeria from Germany despite his desire to be sent back to his homeland for recuperation during his health issues. Akeredolu said the goal of this was to take advantage of the governor's presence in order to unseat Lucky Aiyedatiwa. Those responsible for Akeredolu's death will face justice in more civilized terms, he said. It is not acceptable to expedite someone's dismiss and escape consequences, he declared.
To intervene uh, before this was finally resolved. They did not hand over. They did not invoke the doctrine of necessity. As a matter of fact, by last week, they were still claiming that the governor was going back on vacation. And if I heard the governor, the substantive governor, right, he's just said, and I may be wrong, that the man passed on in his house and not Germany. I don't know if you heard him right, but we should find out where he passed on to the great beyond, because that's also important, because the family issued a statement saying he died in Germany. His former deputy is now saying he passed on his house. Maybe it's a grammatical issue. I don't know. But I'm saying that if he hadn't died, there would still have been a lacuna. And this should not be accepted next time.
Yeah, sure. Sorry to butt in here, because I think, yes, you heard right. And I also heard him say he passed on in his home in Ibadan there. There were reports first that he passed on in Germany and another in Lagos, and now we just heard this. But again, if you put all of that into what you just said, because you said day, does it also mean that there were, some puppet masters who were at play while the former governor was ill?
Well, if you've looked at the pictures of this substantive governor visiting the home of Governor Akeredolu, late Governor Akeredolu today, you see the demeanor of the wife and the contempt in the way he was looking at this governor who had just come to visit. You will know that it was all manipulative. And she's acting all sad now. But so 3 days ago, the wife of the governor was in Ondo State insulting everybody that they are bush people. A week ago, he met with some members of the House of Assembly. And now we're finding out tonight that Akeredolu didn't die in Germany. So they are all lying to the public that he died in Germany. Maybe they wanted to use that to take some more money out of the state. I don't get it. Everything is a lie. Now we might have to demand to see Akeredolu's body physically to be sure that he hasn't died a long time ago and buried before they came up to announce it. Because basically, what these people did, the wife, his son, and the political cabal in Ondo State, was just use his vulnerable condition to take out their greed on the state. 5 million people. They're just taking out money, forging signatures. That's why I say that if this was a saner society, these people would be investigated and properly investigated and indicted for the criminal acts they perpetrated using a vulnerable man. This should not have happened to Akeredolu at all. And that they could do this to their family, you can understand why they are so mean towards the people of Ondo State. And, people will say, well, this is not the time to say it. But we had to say this during Yaradua's time. Unfortunately, we didn't learn from it. That's why this happened. Because had the law been properly done at that time after the Yaradua saga, we would not have had to go through this. And this is a shame. It's a shame that now we are finding out tonight that he died in his house. As of yesterday, they said he died in Lagos. The family, because I saw a statement issued by the family today, signed by one Akeredolu'S Jr., saying that he died in Germany.
In a latest development, an interim injunction has been granted by Delta State Chief Magistrate Court, bearing holds the Ole Community Development Association leadership election in order to avert a breach of peace. Following an ex parte motion filed by Ireti Association members led by Chief Israel Onokurefe, Chief Magistrate B.O. Williams granted a temporary order halting the election set for December 28. The petitioners claimed that Chief believed Alakri, the outgoing president of the OCDA, and 4 other individuals had manipulated them, violated the association constitution, and broken state regulation regarding succession procedures in communities association. The chief magistrate prohibited the respondents from conducting any screening, election, selection, or conference while the substantive suit was being held and decided. According to a copy of the court decision that was sent to the news agency of Nigeria now. Meanwhile, the third mainland bridge, Iyano Odo-Shoki, and will undergo urgent repairs, according to a statement from the Federal Ministry of Works. The date of this section closure is set for January 9, 2024. This was reviewed in a statement based on Thursday. This was released in a statement on Thursday by Olukorede Keash. This was revealed in a statement released on Thursday by Olukorede Keisha, the Federal Controller of Works for Lagos. The federal government, via the Federal Ministry of Works, would like to notify the driving public that the 3rd Mainland Bridge emergency repairs in Lagos will persist, resulting in the closure of the Iyano Odo-Shoki Adeniji Adele unit. The full bridge is fixed. The spokeswoman stated that the information led to the recommendation that drivers take alternate routes, such as the Badaga Anthony Ikorodu Road, Funshaw Williams Echo Bridge Apongo, CMS, and the Ojota Ikorodu Road, Jigbo Yaba Onigbo Ido Kata Bridge CMS. Finally, on the news, the immediate provision of aid to the victims of the attack in the local government area of Plateau State has been approved by the federal government. According to Punch Online on Christmas Eve, 221 homes and over 100 people were destroyed in the state Boko's Embarking Ladi local government area. In a statement by Dr. Betta Edu, the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, said that President Bola Tinubu issued the order on Thursday. She revealed that the president has given her ministry instructions to work with the Plateau State government to provide humanitarian relief to both the impacted communities and the attack survivors. The minister promised his ministry's support, calling the incident senseless, horrifying, and inhumane. And that's it on the news. For more updates, kindly subscribe and turn on your notification bell. Elizabeth Opati reporting live.